any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Harden takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
I mean, what can you do? What's the answer? Harden, gifted near the basket. Strong in body. Elite skill set. Most defenders have no chance.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Good on the free throw.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Harden's shot is good.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Now, here's Bryant. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Mark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Hachimura, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend.
Great goodness! That was spectacular. Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Kicks it out to Harden. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Westbrook against Griffin. And Griffin sends it back.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
The shot by KD. No good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Beal's shot is good. Beal's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Griffin, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Irving against Beal. No good on that one. Good D by Irving.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
In the corner, Harden. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Westbrook passes to Hachimura. A floater, he lays it in.
you have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. He's focused, trying to slow down the freight train that is Russell Westbrook. Coach said his competitive will is second to none. We've got to match his intensity if we're going to come out on top. That is a tall task, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Beal from long range. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving for three. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. KD's got 3 assists now in this one.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 40-point game against New York.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now Durant after Westbrook's missed 3. And the shot goes in. Irving's got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Nets leading by 13, and Irving with a clear path to the hoop.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Chance to check out stats for Harden. Coming off a terrific season. First in scoring, second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Now here's Beal. He has 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden. The Wizards have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. The first one falls. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Now, here is Irving. He has 7. Jordan finds Harden. Here's the 3. Washington with the rebound. The pass to Beal. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 9 points for Bradley Beal.
love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Harden, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here is Bryant. James Harden picking up that last basket. 17-foot shot on the way. That misses off the backboard.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Now Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New York.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Wizards making a switch here. Berton has checked in. Here's Jordan. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Now here's Brown. No points in the game yet for him. And Bryant kicks to Beal. And another miss by Washington.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And the first one drops. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Westbrook passes to Beal. Over Irving. Beal can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's stolen by Berton. They need this, and finished off by Beal.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Irving. He has 7. Left side, KD. The putback, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got 5.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Bertans with the ball, covered by Irving. For 3, Westbrook bangs home the trifecta.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Jordan. Nets passing it around. From deep, Harden. Rebounded by the Wizards. Westbrook surveying the D. Beal finds Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 5.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now, here is Irving. Left side Durant. Shoots over Brown. KD can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 13. Outside Westbrook. Beal against Harden. Back to Westbrook. Three-pointer on the way. And again, Washington with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Poke loose. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And taking a look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he played outstanding. Checking in at about 24 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Beal. He's got 11. 5 on the clock. Brown the pass to Bryant. Beal from long range. Rebounded by the Nets. In the corner. Harden shoots over Beal. They get it again. Jordan misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Here's Brown. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harden gets the bucket.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Ring music scorching those Nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Wagner, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Nets leading by 15. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 9.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
It's Durant on the wing. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Westbrook passes to Beal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Westbrook with the drive. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. 12 points for him.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Harden scanning the floor. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Bradley Beal spoke about the trust Coach Scott Brooks has in him and his teammates.
I think the biggest thing is he's still young. So, you know, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he grants us a lot of freedom. He allows us freedom on both ends of the floor to be leaders.
Ellen Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Napier. Bradley Beal is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Wagner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Westbrook. Following the miss by Griffin. Beal can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Harris's shot is good.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
First free throw is good. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
He's perfect from the line this time. Nets leading by 18. Irving passes to Griffin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down.
Take a break.
And he also can pass it, too.
2 shots.
The first one at the line is good. Griffin hits them both. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Beal. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beal's got 13.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Durant. Over Wagner. And again, it's the Nets missing. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. It's an 18-point game.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Now, here is Irving. Not a lot of room. Pass to KD. From the arc. Again, the miss by KD. Wizards trail by 18. And there's the pass to Nathan. And here is Beal. 13 points in the game. In the corner, it's Westbrook. No good with the triple. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Inside. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Dinwiddie. And that's now 10 points for Kevin Durant. For Washington, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Wagner. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way to the middle. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Here's Napier. And Durant sends it back. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
For Brooklyn, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here's Napier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Griffin, that's 10. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Griffin. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Now here's Irving. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Claxton the pass to Harris. Clock at 6. The feed to Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Beyond the arc. Harris, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Napier with it. He's covered by Irving. Napier passes to Wagner. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Here's Dinwiddie following the three-pointer by Washington. Claxton the pass to Griffin. For 3, Harris hands it from downtown. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Beal drives in. It's blocked. They recover it. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. And he makes the first.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And the Wizards making a change here. Smith has checked in. And he makes both free throws.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Dinwiddie outside. Outside Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And the 6'6" point guard Spencer Dinwiddie, 2nd-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
one of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth. And with the pause here, how about the stats for Bradley Beal? Great showing for him last season. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
And again, Washington no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. And he's good on the second. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. Here's Irving out to Harris. Off target with his 3. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really keeps his head on the swivel to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Dinwiddie with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Claxton. Moves back up, and it's good on the layup.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Here's Hachimura. 6 points for him. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Irving. 12 points for him. No good with the wing jumper.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
I mean, the airtight handle of Irving, just leaving defenders in his dust.
Here's Wagner, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against New York. Beal against Dinwiddie to the paint. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 6th assist on the night. Smith surveying the D. Here's Hachimura, guarded by Harris. Offensive rebound. Bertans inside the line. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Bertans got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
To the inside, Irving makes it off the glass.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Pass to Hachimura. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. And finished off by Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights? Because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
The Nets have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Irving.
One shot.
And Griffin no good on that one. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. And Harden comes to help. Out to Smith. Passes it to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. Beal, that's for 2. Again, the Wizards score.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Harden outside. 1:53 left to play here in the second quarter. And he makes that one. Harden's got 17.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And it's Smith missing. Brooklyn's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Dinwiddie. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Smith the pass to Wagner. The drive by Beal. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Beal's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Yep, it counts.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, Beal. 50 seconds left now here in the second. And finished off by Bertans.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Washington.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
They double team Beal. Wagner passes to Smith. 6 to shoot. Pass to Beal. From deep. But they get it back. Here's Wagner. Tries again, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 18 points, 4 assists, and also 3 steals. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on. But perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Washington shooting 43% from the field.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here is Irving. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 14.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Harden against Beal. Harden kicks to Irving. And it's sent back by Bryant. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. KD draws the double. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Griffin.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Beal. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And then Durant with the dunk.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a prime-time threat to pound one down. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 14. Dishes it to Bryant.
Hey, yo, wrestle.
Shot clock at 6. Top of the key, Beal. Over Irving. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Beal's got 28 points for the game. Down low, Harden. Tries yet again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now the pass to Beal. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Harden against Beal. That's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Beal finds Westbrook. Shoots over KD. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
So it's the Wizards now, following the bucket by the Nets. And yes, it's good. And that's now 30 points for Bradley Beal.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Pass to Irving. Here's the teardrop, and it's sent back by Bryant. Brown wide open, he fires. Here's Westbrook, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. So for the Wizards, Miami comes in for Hachimura. And it's Napier in for Beal. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Now, here's Mahimi. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Irving against Brown. Jordan, the pass to Irving. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Napier passes to Westbrook. That shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now, here's Napier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Mahimi. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now it's 27 points for James Harden. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Russell Westbrook.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Washington's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Napier. James Harden picking up that last basket. Now, here's Mahimi. Westbrook kicks to Mahimi. Shot clock at 5. And it's off the back rim. No good. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Passes it to Harden. Count it. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now here's Napier, guarded by Harden. Fires from deep. That shot off. Now Washington takes it the other way. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
Here's Napier following the bucket by the Nets. He dishes it to Bryant, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. James Harden is second, fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 22. Here's Jordan, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Well, he didn't exactly light it up from the free throw line a season ago. Shot right around 70%.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
No good on that one. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And then for Washington, Davis Bertans comes in for Bryant. And Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Good on the second free throw. Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Trying to end the drought. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Bertinus, the pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. Dinwiddie with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Westbrook, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the strike.
For Brooklyn, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That free throw missing.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
Wagner, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. He hits the second from the line. Wizards shooting terrible so far in the second half. Down around 26%. Westbrook passes to Bertens. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Bertans. Here's Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. Over Jordan. Wagner, good. Wagner's got 11 points. 1:04 left in the third. Now Dinwiddie. There's the pass to Claxton. He kicks it to Harden. Clock at 6. Over Westbrook. Tips it up. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Smith dishes to Westbrook. From beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Durant's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Claxton. Here's Jordan. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Westbrook passes to Wagner. The 3. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Washington. Now there's Bertans out there with Wagner. Then there's Payton. And it's Smith. And it's Matthews in at the 3. Smith's shot is good.
Really nice decision by Smith to go up with the floating jumper there. Boy, he's got excellent timing when it comes to the release of that particular shot.
Here's Dinwiddie. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Wagner passes to Smith. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's taken away by Smith. With the floater, Payton dishes to Smith. It's hauled in by Harris.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Smith, the pass to Payton. And here's Smith. Here's the floater.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Puts it up from 12. That one, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the middle, Wagner. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Harris against Smith. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. Inside. Here's Karuch. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Over in the corner, Matthews. And again, Washington no good. The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Harris with it. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Bertans. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dinwiddie. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Sampson kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. They double him with Matthews. Here's Karuch. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Payton dishes to Smith. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by the Nets. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Nice step in from the line that time by Harris. Gets those looks because you've got to respect his three.
Smith on the wing. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. We feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
From the Wizards, their shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Dinwiddie against Matthews. Back to Payton. Pass to Bertens. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Dinwiddie, and it's in there.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Dinwiddie's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Payton up top, guarded by Harris. Here's Smith. It's good.
Man, that was a really nice interior shot by Smith. For a smaller guy, he's extremely confident when he gets down in the paint.
Passes it to Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. From down in the low post, it goes. Dinwiddie's got 6 in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The shot's good from Smith.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now here is Harris. Mark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Sampson, the pass to Claxton. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
To the paint. It's tipped. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Brooklyn making some changes. Musa, he's checked in for Jakar Sampson. And Luwawu subbed in for Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Beal with the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Kuruc has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Musa, covered by Payton. Here's Musa. And the pass to Claxton. Here's Luwawu. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Wizards. And finished off by Beal.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
They double him with Matthews to the wing on the left. Kuruc passes to Dinwiddie. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Kuruc. Drops in the layup for 2.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And he gets the bucket. 34 points for Bradley Beal.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Brooklyn.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
That's right. I mean, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Nets. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. And Brooklyn has possession. Pass to Karuch. A beautiful reverse layup.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Beal. Here's Mahimi. And at last they get one to fall.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Passes to Karuch. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Temple. Pass to Luwawu. Clock at 4. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust.
We will see. It's a long season if you can get that done, Kyrie. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.